Hi, students. I'm going to make a video today from this book, Word Wise, Book 9, Getting to be Hard Stuff, okay? This is going to be about Lesson 3, and I'm doing it, one subscriber asked for, one subscriber DXFNE, okay? So, thank you, makes me work harder. So, I only have the second edition. Hopefully you guys have the third edition, because I bought this a long time ago. Um, um, but they're essentially the same words and all that kind of stuff. So, if there's any problems, please let me know. And always, I have some extra sentence for you down in the discussion box. So if you want to look at some bonus sentences and all that kind of stuff, you can just click on the link down in the discussion box, okay? The comment box or whatever it's called. Okay, so let's first go through the pronunciation of the words, okay? So with me, please. Number one is allude, allude, consecrate, consecrate, disseminate, disseminate, dote, dote, exhort, exhort, feckless, feckless, implicate, implicate, lament, lament, monetary, monetary, pensive, pensive, pomp, pomp, stilted, stilted, subjugate, subjugate, trauma, trauma, and here wanton, wanton. Wait, so those are the words. Do your best. You got to pronounce them very well. The book does help you with stresses and all that kind of stuff. So if you don't know this kind of stuff, try to take a look at it. Okay. Okay. So that second syllable has to be stressed. Okay. So it's allude. It's not allude. Okay. Allude. So try to make a look at these. Okay. Okay. So let's discuss these words. We'll start with allude. Okay. Allude means that someone's basically kind of giving a hint about something, okay? So, if I talk to a friend and I ask them how they are, and they say, um, oh, I just got back from California. I said, oh, did you have fun? Sure, I had fun. And then I said, hey, did you go to that place with all the rides and the mouse and all that kind of stuff? And they're like, oh, no, no, we didn't have time to go there. Hopefully, my friend would know that I'm talking about Disneyland, okay? So I alluded to Disneyland. I didn't use the word Disneyland, but I gave enough hints, and because I know what my friend usually likes to do and all that kind of stuff, my friend will maybe want to go there, and he'll definitely know what I'm talking about when I say the place for the rides and the mouse and all that kind of stuff. So an allusion, the noun, an illusion only really works if the other people kind of understand, okay? So, if someone comes here and they're wearing a big red coat, okay? And then I say, hey, be careful for wolves. Maybe that's an allusion to Little Red Riding Hood, okay? So you have to at least know what the other people know for your allusion to work, okay? So it's a good word. It's used a lot in English classes, okay? So you say allusion to something. Poetry is full of allusions, okay? In your writing, you can say the author alluded to something, something, something. Okay. Consecrate. Consecrate. It can be used in a couple settings, but typically it's used in a religious setting. If someone wants to build a church, maybe they'll clean the ground, and then there, we're going to build our church there. But before they do, maybe they'll come and they'll have some holy water and they'll spray it or something like that. And this is called consecrating the ground. Um, they kind of try to make it holy or clean at the very least, that kind of stuff. So consecrating something is to make it holy. But you can also use consecrate in another way. You can use consecrate in terms of someone who dedicates their life to something, usually something very, very good, okay? So if you said, this person consecrated their life towards, you know, uh, the rights of women or something like that, okay? That means that they dedicated their life to the rights of women. So in this case, you say consecrated, it means like they devoted themselves or they dedicated their life to a cause or something like that, okay? Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi in India, he consecrated his life for Indian independence, okay? So this is consecrate, consecrate. Next word is disseminate, disseminate, okay? The SEM here, you might want to learn the SEM part. It means seed, okay? It means seed. Disseminate means to spread your seeds around and all that kind of stuff. So the farmer can disseminate, I don't know, the corn seed or something like that. But we often use it in a more figurative sense, not so much actual seeds. So we can use it in terms of information. So you want to disseminate some information. In other words, spread it out, and all that kind of stuff. Um, if there's a new drug in a city and it's killing lots of people, the police and the health workers and the hospitals, they'll try to get together and they'll try to disseminate the information. Maybe walk, around and telling people about it and give out information and, be careful about this drug and that drug and stuff like that. So they're trying to disseminate the information, okay? Oh, by the way, I have some pictures here. Okay, Mary Curie. Mary Curie consecrated her life, okay, for science, really. There's a Batman picture in there too. You have to download this to understand what that means, okay? Okay, so dote. Dote. The next word is dote. Usually we say dote on somebody, okay? Dote on. It just means that they're showing a lot of attention, just waiting for someone to do something. So if you're sick, maybe your mom will dote on you, and then you're sick and lying on the sofa, and then you're like, and then your mom's like, can I get you some medicine? How can I help you? How can I help you? Tea? Do you want some tea? Some honey tea? Say, oh, she's really doting on you. Okay, you cough once, and someone's jumping and trying to get things all done and stuff. Okay, so doting on someone is when you one person will be just all about trying to help somebody else. Okay, we also say dote upon somebody, but it's a little bit older. Okay, so usually we say dote on. You say the grandparents doted on their granddaughter, that kind of stuff. Anything you want. I'll take you to the store. We'll buy things. I'll take you to the park. We'll play like this. Okay, just excessive attention. Exhort, exhort. Okay. There's exhort, and then there's exhortation. Okay. So this just means like you're really pushing somebody to do something. Often it can be something negative, like don't do something. So the teacher exhorted his students not to cheat on the test, that kind of thing. Quite often, after the word exhort, there'll be a negative. Warning someone don't do that. So it's usually used in the negative. Exhortation is similar. Okay, it's just a noun. His exhortations against smoking or something like that. Okay, so it's trying to push people to do something. So I'm not saying the actual advice is bad. The advice can be good, but usually we're telling someone to not do something. Okay. Feckless, feckless, feckless. It says the directions, the definition on the Wordly Wise page says careless or irresponsible, but I guess irresponsible is fine. The careless part I'm not so sure about. Feckless can be either lazy sometimes or useless or just not good. Okay, not done well. So if you are work in an office and you have a feckless coworker, there's no doubt that everyone doesn't like to work with that person because things will either get done poorly or get done too quickly and mistakes are made and all this kind of stuff. So you say, oh, that guy's so feckless, okay? It just means incapable of doing good things, okay? Careless, yeah, I guess careless is fine, but yeah, lazy and not done well, okay? Feckless. I just think they don't even care. So they don't put enough effort to really even think about it. They just do it and get it done. So implicate. Implicate something means that there's a crime usually when we use it with implicate, and there's something that will lead people to believe someone's guilty. Ugh, too many vague terms there. I'm sorry. If there's someone finds me dead, too much homework. Gave students too much homework. Now I'm dead in my office. The police will come and look at the knife, and they'll get fingerprints. Okay, and if it's the fingerprints of my last student today, that student has a lot of explaining to do because they were in the room with me, and now I'm dead with a knife in my chest with fingerprints on it. So we'll say The fingerprints implicated that student. Okay, so they will be the most likely candidate, the culprit of my death. Okay, so they say this implicates them. You say the video camera, it implicated the thief. The thief, denies, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Okay, let's turn on this video. Oh, okay, maybe I did it. Okay, the thief will change their mind because the video implicates them. It doesn't mean it's 100%, but it's strong evidence that looks that way. Okay. It's not always a crime too. It can be like cheating on a test or something like that. If someone's test is perfect and the teacher thinks something is weird, and then they look at the desk and it's all written on the desk, that's a pretty serious implication. Okay. Lament, 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 or it's used as a verb. Usually afterwards, we're gonna have some sort of noun phrase, and we'll lament the something. It's usually like deeply sorrow, that kind of thing. So maybe an old person will lament the loss of manners in society. It means that they're complaining and not happy about people are less polite these days. Okay, so they're lamenting something. Monetary just means about money. Okay, monetary policy is very common when you talk about newspapers and they talk about the government. They say monetary policy is good right now or not. It's a word that you'll have to learn in economics class. Bank word, that kind of stuff. Pensive. I was doing my best acting before. Pensive. Pensive. Kind of like when you're in deep thought. The Thinker by Rodin. When you're trying to think. So somebody look out the window and they're. There's a reason I'm not an acting teacher. Anyways, pensive. Okay, so pensive is like someone in deep thought. He looked out the window pensively. Um, you know, he- they were staring at the book pensively, like really in deep thought. Okay. At least the look of it. Someone can look like this, but they're thinking about some silly joke. But at least they look pensive. Okay. Pomp. Pomp is a lot of show, and if some president goes to your country, and they go to the airport, and there's a red carpet, and there's a band playing music, and jets fly overhead, and everyone's excited. This is a lot of pomp. Okay, weddings have a lot of pomp. Ceremonies, graduation ceremonies have a lot of pomp. Okay, it just means like showy excitement and all that kind of stuff. Stilted. Stilted, I tried to act on this one too. Stilted is usually a criticism. Someone gives a speech and they talk and they're like, "Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am here to." This is a very stilted speech, okay? We use this to criticize actors as well. So it's usually the collocation, the two words are stuck together. Usually we say a stilted performance or a stilted speech. Those are the most common words. Um, the book has an example sentence about a stilted conversation, which is fine as well. But it just means kind of like unnatural and stiff and not relaxed way. Okay, so it's stilted. Subjugate. Subjugate is a pretty serious word. Subjugate means you're making people your subjects. Okay, subject is not meaning of math and history and all that kind of stuff. Okay, subjects here means like the king, and then everybody else is the subjects. Okay, so the king will give a speech to the subjects. But subjugate means you're making people underneath you. You're putting some people underneath you. So when you say subject, like math and English and French class and stuff like that, that has no meaning of under, okay? But this does. Subjugate, this meaning of subject and subjugate does have that meaning, okay? So sub means under. You're putting people underneath you. Women have been subjugated for too long. In some countries, based on skin color or whatever, people were or sometimes still are subjugated. Yeah, very serious. We should all work hard to fix these things. Okay. The noun for that one is subjugation. So they worked hard to overthrow their subjugation. Okay, go back to the Gandhi thing. From before. So when I said Gandhi consecrated his life. Okay. So yeah, to overthrow their subjugation. That's the verb if you want to get rid of it. Okay. Trauma. Here's my clip art thing that I just cut and paste on trauma. Okay. So trauma is usually some sort of bodily injury, that kind of stuff. Traumatic is something that's the adjective for trauma, but we often use it in terms of emotions. Okay, so a traumatic effect on somebody. It means that you received trauma, but maybe mental trauma. Okay, your body can be fine, but yeah. So and last one, I want to get this under 15 minutes. I did not succeed, but we're almost there. Wanton has a few meanings, all kind of negative. Um, we often have a collocation. We say wanton disregard. That's very common. So, the police chased him because he had a wanton disregard for public safety. So maybe he's like driving his car drunk and all that kind of stuff, and he just doesn't care. Um, so we say wanton disregard for safety. That's common. Wanton violence. Violence just is going to hurt people. That meaning is more kind of like just too much. I guess any violence is bad, but this wanton violence is like really serious. The last one, oh, there's a meaning of wanton that's not as bad, but it can mean kind of like playful, but that meaning is not as common anymore. So wanton shouts of joy just means like random shouts of joy coming from a playground. That one is not as common, but typically when you hear the word wanton, it's quite negative. So, anyways, chapter 3. Good on you. Okay, keep going. It's a hard book. Okay. This article is about a lady from Chile. Okay, so read it. Do your best with the questions. Okay. If you have any problems, please let me know in the comment box. Bye bye.